Before we get started, I wanted to obviously we thank you for watching and listening, or wherever you're watching, or if you're listening today, this morning, wherever you're at. But you can always catch us tomorrow night, Sunday nights. We wake you up on Saturday, put you to bed on Sunday, 9 p.m. The best in non-free lounge, 106.1 FM in New York, Real Deal Radio. Tomorrow night's best of interviews, Heather Hunter. So enjoy that tomorrow night, 9 p.m. and 9 to 10 p.m. And you can catch me after that on Mentality, the reintroduction of the Mentality Show, DWI, Mike the moderator, and that whole team, 10 p.m. on 106.1. So it's a KP takeover. I own this microphone all weekend long. But that's just me. Well, I'm not responsible.
Got those pills.
Not responsible. But this woman to my left here is somebody I've known for a very long time and really has watched her grow into so many different vehicles. She's a businesswoman, she's a professional, she's an entrepreneur, she's a mother. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Guy Dawson Show and the BR Connection, but so much more, the lovely Raquel Sharper. What's going on, huh?
Oh, I am doing super fabulous.
And she's from New York. I apologize.
Yes, I'm in the BX, the first borough I ever lived in. I lived in all 4 boroughs, so, you know.
That's 5 boroughs.
You're all around girl.
There is 5, though.
I was just, if you didn't cut me off, I was about to
I
tell you
do
about
that.
I was about to tell you about the 5th borough,
Just
which
because
is
we
Staten
cool.
Island,
When I come to your show, I
And-
don't take over. This is my mic.
I know, but
But she's
talking
from
about
every
me.
borough. She's from every
No,
borough.
I lived in 4 boroughs, and I can also
Bronx, Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn.
right. And the 5th borough, Staten Island.
You know the Staten Island too?
No, my daughter was a competition gymnast,
Oh.
so I was in Staten Island like.
Hanging out with the
Like,
mob wives.
Basically getting pedicures while the other girls doing the gymnastics thing. So I was there enough. I got enough Staten Island peeps. So shout out to Staten Island too, because
no
when
doubt.
you have a
Shy
competition
Lynch.
gymnast,
Okay.
they're working out like 25, 35 hours a week on top of school.
There was a time when this lady here would own New York. I know, but there was a time.
Explain that. I like to
My
hear
homie
that
Peter
one.
Guns Jr. Y'all know him. If you watch this show, you know who Peter Guns Jr. is. He introduced me to this lady here, and she just, you was just like, I won't say the years, but you was running this thing.
Yeah, I had like relentless energy. I was like,
You proud of it
woke
too.
up. Yeah, it's
running.
because when you wake up with passion, like I would like. It was never, I can't go out because I got something to do early in the morning. It was like I could do it all. I can have it all. I can go out. I can get in at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I can wake up 8 o'clock in the morning and be on.
You can still do it right now. You
I
still
can,
do it?
yes,
Wow.
because that's what
You
it's.
got many talents.
When you're driven by passion, that's what it's about, right?
That's what it's all about.
You don't need an alarm to wake you up.
And you don't need no Red Bull either.
No.
No.
Sometimes you just like it though, but no.
That's his name, Red Bull.
This is all no talk.
Ray Bull, that really turns me on.
That's his name, Red Bull.
Red Bull. That's the guy's name. But listen, I want to talk to you. You can say you do so much. I mean, you dabble up. You do a lot of different things. You're an entrepreneur. You're in a lot of different. You even hit a venture for me that I actually was too slow to get on. But talk about some of the things you do from a professional aspect, because I hear your show out in Vegas. Again, it's a great show, the Guy Dawson Show, BR Connection, the 2 shows you're with. And you're always talking about kind of like seizing the moment, that passion you guys hear her, that's not manufactured, that's really real. But kind of go into like some of the things you're doing to like change the game financially for not just yourself, but other people.
Right. So, it's funny, like where you're raised, it's like things are caught, not taught. So what actually ends up happening is I grew up in, a neighborhood where everybody was go to work, pay your bills. You actually, are living to pay your bills. And that is no way to live. And that type of living causes you to have to wake up by an alarm. That type of living causes you to hate Mondays.
That's
Hope
check
you
to
get
check.
to hump on Wednesday. And then, they thanking God it's Friday, right? So, and you're living in that rat race and you're being told how much you're worth, which is horrible. And, they say, hey, go to school, get education, get a good job. So that's what I was told, because everybody in my neighborhood, that's what they were doing.
Right.
So you're actually a product of your environment, your circle. And, so I listen to, everybody, because you actually just conform. You conform to your environment. So I conformed to my environment, and I became like a computer geek. Yuck. And I worked in.
You went with the program.
I went with the program, and and it was, and it's like worked for the Fortune 500 companies making 6 figures, and people are like, oh, you're doing well, right? But like then you're locked in this cubicle jail cell, and I had to go out to have fun because
Yeah.
you
You
know I
had to
had to
release
live
the
some type of
stress.
life.
And
yeah.
you certainly released.
Popping bottles, huh?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And you know, I'd be at work and I'd be like, oh gosh, I can't stand being here because it's like a jail cell. So I knew I wanted something different.
Let me stop you on that real quick, and I let you go on. But for people who say, okay, like obviously the goal is to go to school, get a great job. You did that,
I did that.
but it was something lacking,
Well, you know what's
something
funny?
missing. Go ahead.
That was somebody else's dream.
Right.
That was put on me. That was put on me. Like that wasn't what I wanted to do. And I'm asking everybody who's watching this show, think about back when you were like 5 years old, and you said, "I want to go to the."
I could think that long.
All right,
Long
well,
time
you
ago.
burnt out some brain
How
cells.
about 20,
huh?
Rodeo? How about 20?
Rodeo, you burnt out some brain cells.
Nah, they just left them. That's all.
So
I
like,
just remember Courageous Cat.
so like, you know, what posters did you have on your wall?
Right.
What were you going to be when you grew up? And you ask people that question, and it's never what they're doing right now. It's never what they went to school with because they're not living their dreams. And when you're told, you know, I want to go to the moon or I want to rule the world, I want to be president, they say, no, you can't do that. And then they like squash your dreams and they're dream killers. And it's funny because sometimes those are the people that love you the most.
You know, somebody tuning in, big shout to DS, and she's asking that. She's saying that's kind of her struggle right now. She's actually works for the hospital you was born in.
Columbia Presbyterian.
But again, not just to her directly, but to our audience, how can they break that? Because somebody will say like, okay, great. That's great, Raquel. You're saying that. But okay, if I leave my job, I'm eating ramen noodles and Fruit Loops and living in a box because necessarily I don't know where to go. It's great to say I want to own it, but how do I start it? You had to make that jump. You had to take that plunge. How do you do that plunge? How do you just jump out?
Okay, so for the people that own this, okay, you don't just go to work and be like, I'm firing my boss. No, that doesn't work because then you're gonna be.
That's the
staying
post
up in
office.
right, I'm staying up on, you know, right across the right, not at the Hotel Pennsylvania. I'm staying at the.
I'm
Infinio
glad you
Hotel.
ain't staying there.
No, hell, that's nasty over there.
Roach Motel.
Right,
They're not
ew,
paying
just-
us, so we don't want to
No,
say
no,
nothing.
no, right. No, they're really nasty. But you know, on 31st, there are people living in the cardboard boxes, and it was recycle day, so they're all the cardboard boxes were like brand new, walking
Right.
down. So no, you don't quit the plan A. You do the plan B in the background with relentless energy and relentless drive. Don't go home and sit in front of the TV and watch like what the Kardashians are doing. Right. Don't go home and go home and do you. Put something in for yourself every day, just a little.
Right.
Just a little. And that little every day will cause you to, next thing you know, you turn around and you're like, whoa. Like this past week, I actually booked a private jet because I had a meeting in LA and I was going to fly out. And I was like, I can't believe, like, if somebody would have told me 2 years ago that I could actually book a private jet and fly out to a meeting for a day, I would be like, wow, I can't do that. But it doesn't start from that. Everybody always sees the success, but they don't see the work in the background. Listen, Google started off in a garage. Walt Disney started off in a garage. Steve Jobs started off in a garage.
We started at a hair salon.
You started in a hair
Yeah.
salon.
Slash tattoo parlor.
That's
you know,
nail salon.
Right. And, you know, all the great big things started small. Mark Zuckerberg started off in a dorm room.
right.
Listen, but here's what the thing is. It all comes from vision. And in the Bible, it says, without vision, we will perish. But it all comes from vision. As long as your vision is you know, really focused, you just keep going and you're gonna fall down. Did everybody go to school here? Yeah. Did you get 100 on every test? No.
Well.
Yeah, he
No,
did. Yeah.
No.
Not
you
all
did
of
it.
them.
No,
not all
you
of
didn't.
them.
You didn't get on every
Nobody
test.
got 100
Nobody got
on
100 on
every
the
test.
test.
Crips, those Crip little Crip notes.
I wrote 100 on mine.
Unless you was cheating on them.
Crip notes.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with cheating. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Oh, you ain't cheating. You ain't trying, Lord.
Cheating not to get
Listen,
caught.
okay, see that's an awesome point too. See, here's what it's so in school. If Kevin was we've established that Kevin was supposed to be the smart kid. Is that what we're saying?
Hell no.
Okay, well
Let's continue what you saying. Don't put him involved.
All right, well, I'm
in
just
this.
gonna use so Kevin's the smart kid, and
Thank you,
know,
Donna. Thank you,
and
baby.
he's,
I
and I
said
know
hell
he
no.
studied last night, so I'm smart. So I sit by Kevin, and then I'll look over.
And you got your hair done,
and
and you.
I get the answers from Kevin. See, in school that's called cheating, but with the wealthy that's called masterminding.
Oh.
Hello,
Speak on
did you
it,
guys
girl.
catch that?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Say it
called
again. Say it again. Say it
yeah.
again.
So in school, if I look over and I get the best notes and I follow, so I can leverage what he's done last night, so I could done whatever. That's called cheating. But wealthy people
It's like
call
following.
that masterminding.
Or
Right.
following.
Masterminding.
Oh, but it's not. It's like
Spell
following.
mastermind in rodeo.
Don't do that to him.
I'm sorry.
Mastermind. Mastermind.
There we go. A student right there.
ING.
ING.
Oh,
Okay, we'll give you that. Judges,
close.
judges.
I'm the
we'll give them
mastermind.
that.
I ain't gonna put ing.
Okay.
Now I have a question. Where do you get your passion from? Because you speak so eloquently on the mic, and you can see it coming out of you. But where does it come from? Like
Fruit
what-
Loops. Nah, I'm just like,
See, and y'all really
I'm
think we
laugh, I'm
joking with
laugh.
this Black Tourette's thing. No. Where did he come up with Fruit Loops from? Like, it's a cereal. I'm asking a question. He's going to ask me about a morning
the
cereal.
most important thing in the morning. They
So
said.
once again, where did you get your passion from? Like, where did it come from?
You know what? It's funny because when I was in school and you're living this life and you're doing things, and I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up.
Right.
And even when I went to college, they was like, well, what are you gonna? I don't know. Like, and there's a lot of kids that are going to college and they don't know what they're going to college for. So I had to find my passion. And then when I tapped into it, I was just like, wow. And the funny thing is, I was afraid to be in front of the mic. Kev knows I used to hang out with whatever with some
Those
some,
people
those
in
people
the
on
industry
some radio
peoples. Yeah.
station, and we were somewhere, and I was throwing the T-shirts out, from the concert, and that was a lot of fun because I was in a cubicle jail cell, and no, seriously, and I was like, oh look, oh you want a T-shirt?
got a
I got
small
you,
office.
right? Yeah, no, all the offices are cubicle jail cells. I swear, you haven't been in one lately, huh?
Nah.
Yeah, okay, I
Yeah.
see.
It's front seat.
The streets
But-
is my office.
Somebody handed me a mic back then, and they was like, "Say something," and I was like, hello." Oh yeah, you take that back, because it wasn't me. And why I bring that up is everything takes practice, and practice, makes perfect. So the reason I can speak so eloquently is because I read the books, I do the homework, I'm studying, I'm going to seminars. I spend little to no time watching TV. Listen, stop watching The Millionaires and do what you need to do to become a millionaire. As a society, we're in awe of people who are doing really great things. We're in awe successful.
Right.
People have successful bodies, successful relationships, have all the money, but yet, you're on the couch being a couch potato, eating chicken wings and hot fries. It's crazy. And then you're wondering why you're not living the life of your dreams. So my first turn on to that was I was doing real estate. I owned real estate. And what happened was I was I needed out of the cubicle jail cell. So I sat at work one day and I was I met a guy while I was on vacation. And he was a couple years younger than me, and he was investing in real estate. And he didn't have to go to work on Monday. And he didn't have a jail cell cubicle. And I was like, well, how do you do this? And I picked his brain.
And you bet he ain't eating no Fruit Loops.
And he actually, to be honest, he had a hot body. He had money. I mean, he was
Stop talking about me. Good. I'm sorry. You say I'm
What
sorry. Nothing.
happened when she left?
Kevin Federline.
and he told me what he was doing, and I was like, I could do that. So
Right.
I remember from my desk, I started looking at multifamily properties, and I was like, I'm going to do this. Just make the jump. Listen, anytime you want to do something, it's never going to be perfect. There's always going to be failures. It's not about the failures. It's about you learn from your failures. You get up and you keep on going.
It's what you do when you fail.
It's what you do when you fail. So it started off with me investing in real estate, and then from there, I went to an event, and then I met a peak performance strategist with Tony Robbins, and he spoke about things I never even knew before, how to live your life and how to have balance. And I was just like, how can I be almost 40 and I've never heard this before? I didn't even know who Tony Robbins was.
Is Tony Robbins the hypnosis?
Oh my God. No, that's Marshall Silver.
Help him, please.
I know.
Please.
Okay, you know what? So
Nah,
just,
I thought
Was he in Shaft?
Shut your mouth.
So Tony Robbins was in Shallow Hal, right? And Tony Robbins is a 6'7" guy, and he is.
yeah, but he was
He's not a hypnotist.
Oh, he's not.
Maybe he did
That
that in the
might be-
movie.
You're right.
In the movie,
He played that.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, right. That's
I'm just saying.
Rodeo, that's called acting.
Okay.
That's called acting.
Okay.
Yeah,
He did a great
He
job.
did a great job.
He
Yeah.
had me fooled.
Yeah, he's 5-star thumbs up.
Yeah. 5 stars all
And
the
you
way.
know what? He's not playing.
No, he's being serious. That's the
This is
point.
reality radio.
He's really being honest right now. That's the scary part.
It's scary.
It is scary right now.
Yeah.
Still I rise. Still I
Yeah.
rise.
Oh
ahead. You were saying about Tony
We
Robbins.
just lost train of thought.
So when I heard about it, I realized how much stuff that I was missing. And here's one of the most powerful things, and I'm talking to all my New Yorkers because here, like in this town, it's like the land of the sharks, and we actually have to like fake it till you make it, right? And we have to act like we know it all.
Yep.
And acting like you know it all means you don't have a mastermind. We can ask Rodeo to spell that. That's without the ing.
But I spelled it.
I know you did. High
All
five.
right.
You did good. You did good.
Continue.
I'm proud of you.
Continue.
Right.
Speech.
And
Stay on course.
I know it's still early on the West Coast, so
It's hard. It's hard with him right there to keep course on your thoughts. Trust me, we know. It's hard. He just makes you go left all the time. I understand.
no, I'm in the game. I'm just enjoying my time. So
Rewind select that. Okay.
all right, shut up
Right.
now, Rodeo. That's good.
to know that you don't know something and realize that's being really in the know.
Right.
Right. And once you realize that and you start seeking out in the information, and that's where masterminding comes from, that's really powerful. And then start to look at who your team is. Who are you hanging out with? Who's your like Fab Five? Like if you're the big, and let me tell you, I was the biggest fish in my Fab Five. Right. I was the only one investing in real estate. I was the only one that was doing stuff. So I was like the strongest link, which meant that in my world, I was the weakest link.
Could I ask you, by you propelling yourself, did other people in your clique, did they follow your footsteps? Could they see how you shining? No, they just continue to
No,
want to
because
go out on Fridays and wait for you to pick them up.
no, okay. Sorry for you to pick them up.
You know
That's
that's the
a
case.
TLC song. So anyway, what happens is anything that you do starts with a burning hot desire. Like a great book to read is like Think and Grow Rich. You know, Think and Grow Rich is by Napoleon Hill. It's a classic. And there's 13, principles for success. And what happens is if I have desire, just because we hang out together doesn't mean that you have desire, Rodeo. And that was the problem. We end up hanging out with people because they are geographically located close to us.
No.
But then we let that
Convenience.
define our future. Don't let that define your future. You can read books. You can hang out with millionaires without actually knowing a millionaire and learn from that.
No doubt.
Right.
Listen, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm enjoying this conversation.
Yes.
This is not Rock. You're laying some bricks here, and again, we like to say, we do three things here at 950: entertain, with Rodeo and his jokes and whatever,
Yeah.
but we also inform. So, and we make you better after 3 hours. So you're right in flow. So I'm gonna take a quick break. I want to talk about desire, and I also want to share something that you probably never knew that helped me with this show that I learned from you. It's 950 Lounge Live on the Saturday morning.